Welcome back to Master Your Ash. I'm your host, Michael Prisdale, and today we're going to be reviewing the top cigars for 2023. We do things a little bit differently with our list. The top 5 cigars are split into 2 distinct categories. So there is everything 54 ring gauge and below, and then everything above a 54 ring gauge. So you'll see 2 categories laid out in the show description notes, and in that show description note, you will be able to click on a full review of every single cigar that we talk about, because part of the rules for our list, or at least the standards that we set for the list, are that I have to smoke it in that calendar year, and it has to be released either on that calendar year or sometime around the start of that calendar year. So cigars from 2 years ago, they are unable to actually make the list. They can only be an honorable mention, and they cannot make the top 5. But without any further ado, the top 5 cigars, we're going to start with the 54 and below category, as we always do. The first honorable mention is the Puro Terry Blanche Lancero, which from our mid-year list was also the honorable mention. The reason why the Terry Blanche Lancero was the honorable mention was because it was released in 2021. So unfortunately, it could not make the list. But that Lancero was no doubt the very best Lancero that I smoked all year. So for me, hands down, Puro Terry Blanche Lancero. And it was also the Puro Terry Blanche Connecticut line that I thought was the very best Connecticut cigar that I had all year. It's just only an honorable mention because of the fact that the line was created and released in 2021. So unfortunately, it cannot be in the top 5 category. The number 6 honorable mention is the Roma Craft Quinquagenario, a partnership between EP Carrillo and Skip Martin over at Roma Craft, and it was a fantastic partnership indeed. This was to celebrate the 50th birthday of Skip Martin of Roma Craft, and it is a fantastic release. This is one of my favorite cigars of this year. I think that for a Robusto size and format, pretty much, it hits on all fronts. It delivers so much. Oh wait, hold on. We forgot champagne. As we do every year, we have to get our drink going before we can even get into this list. To 2023 and more great reviews in 2024. A fantastic release in partnership with EP Carrillo. What Skip has done with the Quinquagenario line, I think that it was the best Roma Craft that was released, and I was a huge fan of the Volstead as well. Almost made one of these lists. The number 5 cigar for the year in the under 54 ring gauge category is the My Father Flor de las Antillas 10th Anniversary Toro. This 6.5 by 52 ring gauge Toro cigar is an absolutely fantastic flavor bomb. It's very difficult to recommend a cigar for somebody on a list at a $40 MSRP, but there's no doubt that it deserves to be on the list. And I know what you're saying, 2022 footband on it, 2022 release, what are we doing? Well, it didn't really release until January 2023, and I only smoked it just in the last month. So being that it was pretty much released and most people smoked the 2022 release due to product delays and boxes or cellophane or whatever, right? It's more of a 2023 release, even though it's a 2022 anniversary, because that's the 10-year anniversary for the Flor de las Antillas. Number 4 on our 54 and below ring gauge cigars is the Aladino Limited Edition 2023 Cameroon. The Aladino Limited Edition Cameroon, this was put on my radar by Peter over at the Cigar Collective. You should really reach out and follow him on Instagram if you have not already, because Peter smokes an amazing assortment of smokes. Number 3 is the Angel Cuesta, once every so often. And you could say, oh, well, I mean, this is a cigar that, gets released pretty much every single year. It's years old and so on and so forth. This is the 2023 release in Toro. I believe that this particular year's release is something special. Number 2, I do not have the stick around, but it is the CAO Amazon Basin. This 6x52 Toro was number 2 on our original list, and it is returning to claim its title as the number 2 cigar for 2023. Absolutely fantastic flavors on this. Pretty much every single one that I have come in possession of, and I think the DJ sent me 2 or 3 of them, I've smoked. And I smoked so many of them that I do not have one to showcase here, but it's that damn good of a cigar, and I thoroughly enjoy it. And for me, it was the second best cigar that I smoked in the under 54 ring gauge category. The number 1 cigar on the below 54 ring gauge list is no doubt the industry killer. And this is the industry killer Connecticut, the Industry Killer Cameroon, for me personally, and the Industry Killer Maduro, top. Industry Killer Maduro for the mid-year, Industry Killer Cameroon because he came out at the other half of the year, so it's probably just a confirmation bias, and because it's the most recent one that I smoked. But like, the Maduro has the chocolate donut, the Cameroon has the snickerdoodle cookie, the Connecticut has this molasses sugar cane note to it. I mean, you basically pick your hero. you pick how you feel that day, and you just grab yourself an Industry Killer RS88 Deluxe, any of those sticks, around that price point, $7. I mean, you're not getting triple cap, closed foot, sugarcane molasses, chocolate donut, or snickerdoodle cookie, and sunflower oil, and sunflower seeds, in 3 distinct, unique wrappers with great construction. To be able to have somebody who's never smoked a Cameroon cigar, a Connecticut cigar, Maduro cigar, or a Habano before, to be able to hand them these Industry Killers, the RS88 Deluxe, and know that they're getting a true representation of that blend, and to not have to spend over $10 to do it, that's phenomenal to me. I think that that is an unparalleled offering, and I think that these are the very best cigars, especially in the below 54 ring gauge for 2023. Moving on to our above 54